Hey there, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited that you're here. Please, if I look frazzled, please forgive. I'm literally just walking in from a 12-hour shift of work. So thank you. Anyway, let's get right into this video. I want to talk to you today about why I'm deciding to leave home care, maybe not for good, but just for the time being, just to see what else is out there. I have been a home care nurse for 1 year. I have been a nurse for 1 year. I have been a CNA prior to being a nurse, and most of my experience have been in the home care field. I have also tried assisted living, which I thought was cool. It's very busy, but you don't get bored. And that's one of the reasons why I am leaving home care, because I find it pretty boring nowadays. After being in home care so long, I think I've grown to appreciate the autonomy of being on my own. But now that I'm a nurse, I'm wanting to see different levels of care that I can be a part of, basically just to build my experiences as a nurse. I get kind of bored with the one-on-one care because it's like you can get burnt out pretty easily dealing with one patient, especially when their attitudes are fluctuating throughout the days, and it's like you can easily get burnt out, especially if they're one of those patients that has a nasty attitude, a bad attitude, always having tantrums, etc. So that's the second reason why. Another reason is just change of scenery is always a good thing. And I'm not just talking about going to a different home. Change of scenery is always a great thing because it brings new perspectives, new light. And another reason is that once you are bored in a job, you start to become lazy because you are very complacent. And when you're very complacent, you can miss things that are very important. And in the nursing field, there is no room for that. Let's say, for example, you are bored with home care and you have been with the same patient for years, or maybe not even years, but months. But nothing has changed, everything has stayed consistent, including their charts, their medication regimen, and let's just say you memorized their medication regimen. Well, what happens when one day the nurse before you doesn't tell you that their medication regimen has changed, and because you memorized that medication regimen, you just give it off of what you memorized versus looking at the chart. And so that's another thing to really keep in mind of. If you're bored on a job, if you're not being challenged enough, if you're not, so to speak, on your toes a lot of the times, then it's gonna be so easy for you to miss something as important as giving someone their correct medication when you're supposed to be looking at the MAR every single day. And that's not something I'm willing to risk as a new nurse. But at the same time, those are just some of the reasons why I'm choosing to leave home care. I will definitely come back with another video on what I think of long-term care. I have 3 interviews and I'm very much looking forward to it. I've had a lot of other nurses tell me what kind of questions to ask during the interview. So if you're interested in that video, I'll make another one on that pertaining to what questions I asked and what questions were asked of me during those interviews. So stay tuned, and I really hope you got some insight on why leaving home care to go to different venues or different care facilities can be a good thing, especially if you are used to home care like myself. So stay tuned for more videos, and thanks again for watching.